Aries season 2025. Is it going to be a season of forward momentum, or is it going to be crash out season? Greetings, salutations, and good now. I'm Astrologer Kevis Major, doing it major, helping you to do it major using the power and insight of astrology. Astrology is quite interesting. It not only gives you a deeper understanding of yourself and other people, but it gives you a good indication of the energies that we're going to experience day by day, period by period. It is good for reflecting and looking back to see how, events correlated with alignments. It's ideal for the now moment to see how the present energies are influencing and affecting us. And we could also use it to peer into the future. So today is the 22nd of March. That takes us 1 day or 1 degree into the Aries season. Go Aries, go Aries, go Aries. Shout out to all of the Aries who are celebrating today and who are going to be celebrating this month and this season. Aries has a lot of positive benefits to offer us. We welcome Aries season. We could notably feel and experience a boost in energy. I don't know if you could feel it, but I could definitely feel it. The shift is prevalent and really noticeable if you are sensitive to the energies. And so, the fire that Aries is going to bring is going to give us energy. It's going to give us a boost of confidence. It's going to, charge us up and ignite our will and our drive and our motivations to just push forward to attain whatever our goals are, whether it may be to be seen, to be heard, to build, to secure, whatever you want to do. The Aries energy is going to give us that boldness to push forward. On the flip side, Aries does have a sort of evil undertone, which is quite significant. I don't want to fear monger, but Aries is cardinal fire. They're going to shoot first and ask questions after. They're going to rush into confrontation head on, aka somebody is going to crash out. Now, we could look all over the world's of tensions rising and missiles started firing from yesterday or day before yesterday. I wonder if that's a coincidence. So things are going to get hot. Things are going to get heated and fiery, no pun intended. So we got to protect ourselves. Shut up, foul. We have Mercury retrograde in Aries. All right, Aries again charges us up, gives us that extra drive, but it does make us more aggressive, more just fast acting, impulsive. That's the word that I'm looking for. And so we might be taking bold actions that are not calculated. Mercury is in retrograde, as I mentioned before, and Mercury deals with our thinking, how we process information, how we communicate. We need to keep in mind that more than 50% of communication is non-verbal. So how we communicate may even be more indication of how we feel, and some of that communication during this Aries season is prone to be very direct. Now, Mercury is in retrograde. That is going to cause a bit of delays, cause us to be a bit more introspective. That may be a good thing. However, communication on a whole might be a bit so we need to be particularly careful of the signals that we're giving off. Again, we have Venus in retrograde, so revisiting people, places, situations, things, circumstances that we feel familiar with, and just unfinished business that we need to attend to. So this Aries season is going to be filled with, I don't want to say distractions, but unresolved issues and tensions and circumstances that are going to take importance and precedence and add to, you know, the forward momentum or the new stuff that is on the plate. A lot of people are going to get left behind, and we are going to I don't want to say evolve, but the rich are going to get richer. The technologically advanced and savvy ones are going to be catapulted more into the future. I don't even want to talk about, you know, militaries and all of that stuff, but for those of us who have a plan, I mean, the Gregorian New Year, January 1st, came and gone. So if you didn't have a plan then, at least you would have had a plan for the astrological New Year. How you're going to solidify yourself. You know, how you're going to secure yourself, because after this Aries period, we have the Taurus season that is heavily about security, stability, you know, having a sheltering, being secured. And so the Aries mission basically is to make bold moves in order to have that stability and security. We need to look at, you know, the zodiac in totality. I don't want to make this video too long-winded, but Aries, we welcome Aries. It's going to be a beautiful time. However, there are going to be, you know, obstacles and hindrances and delays and distractions that are going to be setting us back. All right, we already know that, but we have a plan. So we know that, you know, we need to be flexible. Aries always is going to initiate and be cardinal and create new ways of acting out on the feelings. So we need to make sure that our feelings are in check always, and our feelings should be on the prize, on the goal, on our intentions. Again, you could see how that could be a bit selfish, self-centered, and neglects the collective conscious if our intention is not to help the collective conscious. And so look out for people's, I don't even want to say hidden intentions, because it's going to be in plain sight. Aries is fire, so everything is going to be illuminated, everything is going to be expressed with boldness. However, the retrograde may cause a bit of delays and passive aggression with the communication. Is going to go direct about April 13th. But you're going to get the message. Protect yourself always, whether it's in business and relationships, and just in life in general, because individuals are going to be short fused, yeah? And so the compassionate, empathetic Piscean energy that we experienced just a few days ago, moments ago, it's dwindling. From tomorrow, when we're 3 degrees or, you know, more fully into the Aries season, because we're still cusping a bit with the Pisces zodiac, it's going to be bang bang baby, yeah? Shoot first, ask questions after. And so make sure you're not in the firing line, and make sure if there's any confrontation, you do the shooting first. That's all I could say. I'm not encouraging any violence, but we're talking esoterically, spiritually, emotionally. You know, make sure that you're just being proactive always during this Aries season, because we have a goal and we're trying to get there. The Aries season gives us a boost, so let's take the boost. All right, we have a lot of conjunctions. I don't even want to dive heavily into all of the aspects that we're having today, but today is one of those real intense days. The whole of the Aries season is going to be quite intense, so buckle up. You know, like if you're crashing out today, you're bound to be a crash out for the whole Aries season. That's how I'm seeing it. So avoid the crashes, avoid the crash outs. Make sure you're planning diligently, and don't get too impulsive. Yes, we're going to want to be proactive, but again, there are consequences to all of our actions, reactions to the action. So yes, we want to make the action, but think about the reaction and the chain reaction that your action is going to cause. And Aries doesn't like to think, they act before thinking. So a word to the boys is enough. Major farewell until we meet or greet again. If anyone is interested in having a personal reading or natal reading, transit reading, progressive reading, Aries season reading, send me a DM or email at kevisbmajor@gmail.com. Major farewell until we meet or greet again. Astrology Kevis Major, doing it major, helping you to do it major with the insights of astrology. See you guys in the next video.